Hello my gorgeous peopleini, my name is Sasha Bonasin and I'm a psychic medium, and these are your weekly horoscope tarot card readings, and they are for the fire signs of the zodiac, which are Aries, Leo and Sagittarius, and it's in between the 31st of January and the 6th of February 2022. So this weekly horoscope tarot card focus is for the fire signs of the zodiac, which are Aries, Leoni and my gorgeous Sagittarini, and it's in between the 31st of January and the 6th of February 2022. And I am going to start with my gorgeous Aries. Do you know what, my gorgeous Aries, you need to understand this, because this week it's also going to be so much to do with a certain release, with a release from the part of your life that just made you feel like a stag, with a part of your life that made you feel like you've got like your hands behind your back like this, like, and you can't move on, and you know what I mean. And this is so important because you will see that the whole this time the power was within you, and your own power is going to increase and become more significant on your own path only by you following your intuition. What you need to understand that this is pretty much so a very powerful week when it comes to you having a huge rather significant psychic insight. It's just a certain situation is going to take place, and this in itself is going to open your eyes. You're going to see the truth that you didn't see before, but that is going to ring the bell somewhere deep within yourself, somewhere deep within your soul, somewhere deep within your spirit. So this is why this is going to be so important, because at the same time it's going to signify, the very specific part of your life coming to an end. But even more so, you will realize that all this time the power was in you. And sometimes in this life, when things don't make sense, when the up is down, down is up, we just have to remember to find the balance in between. To find the balance in between is us trusting to ourselves primarily, us trusting to our feelings, us trusting to our emotions, us trusting to our psychic gifts that we're all born with. Sometimes people don't understand what our power actually is. We are extraordinary creatures, but as long as we give a power to ourselves by listening to ourselves. So this is all going to be absolutely obvious to you, and you will know exactly what I was talking about by the end of this week indeed. So it's about you beginning, this is you basically beginning to understand things that you didn't understand, and that in itself is these are going to be the first steps towards the actual enlightenment in your life. And when we go through enlightenment in our lives, sometimes enlightenment, spiritual awakening, it all sounds really beautiful and nice, and it is indeed, it's pretty much needed for us to reach this special moment in our lives, to see things for what they are, to understand things that we didn't understand before. But sometimes it's like, oh my god, it's a little bit ludicrous, because we understand so much at this specific moment in time, and you will understand very strange things around you that are not completely connected to your life, but it was affecting your life for such a long time. So this is what is going to start changing things for you. It's about the actual having this beginning of understanding what you didn't understand before about yourself and about your path and about your power, ultimate power. But at the same time, it's about you realizing that your third eye is going to be open. You will see the truth for what it is. So you have to follow the intuition throughout the actual week, not only at the beginning of this week. This in itself, this reaching towards enlightenment, it's going to inspire you, and it's going to get you back home to yourself, come back home to your spirit, come back home to your soul. And you will know exactly why I was saying it like this and why I decided to describe it like this. It's about you staying true to yourself, but also it is the continuation of your life is important. You projecting your energy towards the specific part of your life that you want to achieve, where you want to get, no matter what is going on around you. This is what you should be doing. Stay committed to yourself. Stay committed to the task at hand. You have to take care of yourself first. If you don't take care of yourself first, you can't take care of other people. I'm not saying that you're taking care of other people, but you must come first. You need to understand this, you know, because you will not want a certain stagnation to repeat that was affecting your a lack of determination, and you didn't like that. It was affecting your lack of determination, and it was affecting your a lack of direction, and it's just like kind of made you also sometimes kind of narrow-minded about things that you should be very, very open-minded about indeed. This in itself is going to become absolutely obvious here, which is most certainly going to lead towards not a new plan. What you're gonna do next, baby? Not a new plan, but it's about the continuation. Just remember, continuation and patience, they're both as important in this reading. So it's about the new plan, but it's not a really new plan. It's like lots of little elements that you're gonna become aware of, and these little elements are all gonna be pushing you towards a certain direction, you know. So it's about you coming back home to yourself and paying attention to an important continuation in your life that was just a little bit neglected, and it wasn't your fault. I'm not saying that you did this. I'm just saying that there was so much happening that around you that it just drained your energy. So now this is about you gaining your power back. When you gain your power back, you get your balance back. When you get your balance back, you see things for what they are, and the things that you see for what they are, you also have the necessary confidence and power to deal with and to reflect on them, you know. So it's all about the actual new elements of the old plan that you're gonna bring in, you know. This is all gonna lead towards this, and it's just like at some moment in time you attempted this, and also September was like pretty much so very strong. September 2021 was actually very strong. Something happened when it comes to here, when it comes to this situation at around September 2021, at around mid-September specifically. So it's just all about you having this hope and confidence, you know, and that in itself is just basically you are going to come across a little problem like where you're going to think about the future, but there are going to be some kind of uncertain efforts that you're going to become aware of, but you are literally going to be absolutely fine. Okay, so don't forget that I said that psychic insight that you are going to have. You will be able to reconnect with yourself on such a high level. So by the time you get to the midweek, I really like this, you know, because the midweek, basically there is a very, very important message that you are going to have. And I like this so much, because that message that you are going to have is going to answer a very important question to you. No more waiting game. The waiting game is over. You have been waiting for this specific moment, and the last 9 months have been very kind of slow and rather sensitive and rather difficult, because you have been waiting for this specific message. This specific message is coming midweek, and that in itself is just, oh my God, as soon as you get this message, that is almost going to be reflected almost immediately on a sudden progress in your life. Your life is going to start moving nicely and swiftly towards the right direction, and that in itself is going to pretty much so going to make this part of your life advanced, you know. It's going to put it on an advanced stage, but then again at the same time it is going to require from you to make an important decision, and that decision that you're going to make is just going to bring a huge improvement into your life. It's going to help your life develop in the best possible way when it comes to your own spirituality, but also when it comes to you going on the next stage, next step, next level of your life. In the meantime, you're also gonna get an important news when it comes to the outcome of the past efforts, and this in itself is gonna start a process of rebirth already. So things are gonna start really much so looking up for you at around the mid this week, when it comes to the delays that have kind of made you feel a little bit uncertain, made you feel a little bit sad, and made you feel a little bit angry, but most certainly and most importantly, they made you to kind of feel stuck in your life. So this is going to make you unstuck yourself, and I really like it. Very important time for you, my gorgeous Aries, indeed. I repeat, you have been waiting for this for a long time. So now it's up to you. Now it's time to shine your light, and it's also most importantly the time to do things that make sense to you. Please don't forget what I'm going to say right now. There will be some realizations that are going to be mind-blowing, but they're nothing like something that you're going to become aware of on the outside, but nothing is going to completely surprise you. But what I think that really it's important for you to pay attention to throughout this week, there is a one specific thing going to be on your mind, one specific thing that you want to do, you want to be part of. You want to kind of like really go on that path. It's just going to be on your mind so much, and you will know that this is the answer to you having so much more beautiful and colorful life. You will also know that this idea, this realization, is going to be on your mind constantly. Everything that you're doing through this week, you know, it's always going to come back to the same thing. It's always going to point towards the same thing. It's always going to point towards the same path. This is important for you to understand, because by the time you get to the actual last part of this week, you know, there is going to be an important moment here. You are going to have a certain doubt. You are going to have a certain suspicion. I repeat, you will have a certain doubt and certain suspicion, and you're absolutely right. The suspicion and the doubt that you are going to have about, and this is going to like kind of bring a little bit of emotional confusion, and it's going to make you think, and it's going to make you wonder. But you know what? You'll come out of it on top. Do you know why? Because that doubt and that suspicion, it's going to help you to open your eyes. And most importantly, when it comes to things ahead, it's going to help you to see things that you didn't see before. This is something that is like so important. It's going to help you to see things that you didn't see before. And that in itself is going to result in you not making a faulty choice, not making a bad decision. It is going to make you feel really indecisive just for a little while, but only when it comes to you maybe just having different outlook on the specific things in your life, because your path is going to stay the same, but how you're going to get where you want to get, this is going to change a little bit, okay? So not that long after that time, you are going to have like 2 or 3 days later, there is an amazing mind-blowing enthusiasm that you are going to have, and you're going to wake up in the morning and something is going to be on your mind. Something is going to be on your mind, and it's going to be undeniable to ignore. It's going to make you feel highly powerful in a transformational way. It's almost immediately going to require from you to change things around, move things about. You're going to start becoming bold with certain things around, and this is what happens when you're going through personal transformation. You have been through something very difficult, very, very difficult and very heavy over the last 36 months. So now it's your time. This is actually going to bring you initiative and the realization that there a specific part of your life, it's about to bring you unlimited possibilities, and this is going to become very, very interesting. So this is actually going to be the direct outcome of all this reading. Very, very important, my gorgeous Aries, indeed. So now I'm just going to see what is going to be your tarot card for this week, my gorgeous Aries. Cecilia, na 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 na, oh my lordy, 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 of course that we have got this. Things are gonna start moving on, finally. You know, the wait is over, but you also need to understand the essence of your own power. You also need to understand what I said before, when the down is up, up is down. You need to find your balance and stay within this balance. And the only way to find your balance is to stay in between this balance, is to Ignore things that don't make sense. You know, this is something that's really important. Ignore things that don't make sense. You just have to trust yourself. I repeat again that this is going to be highly psychic week when it comes to you. And it's also, you know, there is a very important situation going to take place here. Things are going to start moving on really nicely towards the right direction. Only the beginning of, but then again at the same time, this is going to reach towards your own ultimate enlightenment in your life. But at the same time, you know, it's gonna just start flowing suddenly. You know, the stale part of your life is just gonna start moving on. So this is very, very important information, because it's going to rejuvenate you spiritually, and then you know, you can project this on other things that you're gonna be kind of doing in your life as well. Very important, my gorgeous Aries, indeed. So now I'm just going to see what is going to be your oracle card of the week as well. My gorgeous Aries, your oracle card of the week is, these cards are huge. Cecilia. Oh my god, I really like this. Not only that you're actually going to have a psychic week, but I do think that there is going to be very unusual contact that you are going to have, very unusual situation, and you will know that you are being watched. You will know that someone is around you, and this is going to mean to you so much. It's going to happen at a time when you least expect it, but my lord, this is going to be amazing. When you least expect it, but also when you need it the most. You will feel like someone is around you, but in the best possible way, like someone is guiding you, you know. The specific letters that are going to be on your mind, you know, and the specific letters that are going to be on your mind are going to be connected to your guardian angel, to your spirit guide. Absolutely beautiful. There is something very important that you're going to understand at this moment in time, my gorgeous Aries, indeed. Okay, so before I do the next sign, which is my gorgeous Leone, I just need to drink a little bit of water. Cecilia, just a second. Coco, you're underneath, Coco. Cecilia. Coco, say hi to Cecilia's. Now, say hi to Leone's. Is it Leone? Yes. Leone, hi. This is my little Tambolina. Say hi to Leone's. This is your little kitty. These are your little family, Coco. Hi, Leone. Okay. Oh, go back through my forest. Coco, you want to go? There you go. I knew it. Coco, be nice to her. No? Coco. Coco, come. Just attacks Cressida, my lord. You're gonna hear them now. Once he had a go at Cressida, Coco, like here while I was doing readings, like oh my god, it was like a couple of years ago. It's just the noise was so loud, you know. Gosh. Anyway, Cecilia, my gorgeous Leonis, who is, oh my god. Do you know what, Leonis? Just remember, you are having a very strong and very powerful message here, purely because your life is changing. Your life is going from one level. Sorry, I'm terrible, aren't I? Yeah, your life is going from one level. Sorry. Your life is going from one level to another level. I don't know what is this meant to be, sorry. Your life is going from one level to another level. My gorgeous Leonis, this is a very important time for you. You have been waiting for many, many years. You have been waiting for a long time. You are one of the most inspirational people to me because you are really hardworking. You are, you know, you set your target and you just go and go and go. You like are so busy. You're so ambitious, and you're always like, you're so energetic in the best possible way, because you have got this power and this ability to take this energy on the whole next level by projecting it correctly towards things that you are doing. I really like this about you so much. And the reason why this reading is so powerful and so important when it comes to you, I told you, you have already started something big, mama. You have already started something so big. A really little change. The changes have already taken place when it comes to you, and I'm getting so excited because what you've just started recently is literally going to change your life. If you're working, this is to do with job. If you're looking for work, this is to do with what you're looking for. If you're retired, this is to do with a very special and important stage of your life that you already started manifesting by only thinking about it. You already started a process of change. So this is important, but you felt something after a long time that you haven't felt for a while. So this is so significant. So I need you to recognize that this little part of your life, it's about to change so much. So you started really recently. It's gonna make you feel really successful. It's gonna make you feel really powerful. It's gonna help you to realize the certain desires, but also at the same time it's going to help you to make sense of things when things absolutely don't make sense. And it's also going to confirm to you how important it is to specifically only do those things in life that make sense to you. Express yourself the way you want to express yourself. Do things that you want to do. Don't let yourself tangled within the web of negativity and a sadness, that's currently kind of taking place around. Not in your life necessarily, but it's just around you. You must not let this energy touch you. And in order to not let this energy touch you, just go with this powerful flow. And this powerful flow, it's only going to become more vibrant when you just give a credit to yourself. I said what you just started not that long ago, this is going to change your life, but you just must understand that it's going to take time, not long time. No, there is something very rapid that is going to take place, very rapid, that is going to change, much quicker, much sooner than you can possibly imagine. But in order to keep the healing energy around you, just be patient. And when you are patient, there is going to be, I know it sounds weird, but when you are patient and you just give yourself time for this to flourish, you know what? It's actually going to jump from the level 1 to level 111, really quickly before you even notice. And by the time you get to for April and May 2022, you will see the direct outcome of everything that's actually be happening right here. This is going to change your life. On another hand, my gorgeous Leonis, you are actually going to also be facing a certain difficulty here. At the beginning of the week, there is going to be a little bit difficulty that you will be facing because you're just going to have enough of the certain part of your life that just causes so much stagnation. It causes so much uncertainty. And this is also going to be a significant time when you're coming back home to yourself spiritually. This is going to be a big moment. You will not, this difficulty is going to be so great because it's going to remind you of your own power, but it's only going to, it's also going to bring this very kind of unique essence out of you. Well, you will just want to go a bit of against the current, and that's exactly what you should be doing, because you will not want to follow old ways. You will not want to be unhappy. And this is exactly what is going to happen here. So that difficulty that you will be facing within the first 2 or 3 days this week, it's also going to inspire you in the best possible way. It's going to remind you of the time over the last 46 months that was difficult, and maybe the certain mistake that you kind of made, so you will not want to follow old ways. And this in itself is going to help to bring the best out of you when it comes to your courage, when it comes to your self-esteem, and when it comes to you feeling like something that you haven't felt in a long time. And the more you give a credit to yourself, the more you do things that make sense to you, the more you're gonna get out of it, because this in itself is going to in turn into a very hopeful outlook for you. And also at the same time, when that turns into very soon, couple of days after that, very hopeful outlook, and it's going to be connected to the return of somebody in your life, like an old friend or somebody you haven't seen for a long time. maybe an old family member, and that person is also going to be playing an important role, because that person is about to become a rather constant person in your life. But what that person is going to tell you, it's going to be mind-blowing, because what they're going to tell you, it's going to be so important to you. They're going to pinpoint something about you, very important news. You're going to think about it. It's like a very important news. But then again, in terms of like investment, when it comes to your life, what part of your life you should invest, because that made you like kind of like a very much so indecisive in proceedings, and it was made you really unable to make decisions, so this is why this is going to be so important, because it's going to help you to move on, with your life. It's brilliant. It's going to answer your question, and it's going to come from someone who knows you really well, who understands you really well. So, you can't go wrong, really. There are certain people that are meant to be in our lives. They're meant to be part of our spiritual journey, when you don't see the certain friend for like 10 years, and you've been brought up together. You see each other like after 10 years and you're in exactly the same place, in exactly the same space. So it's the type of thing like that, people who are meant to be in our lives, they are going to be in our lives. They are going to stay in our lives. But also, above all, most importantly, they're going to keep on bringing us specific messages that sometimes we don't like to face, we not want to face, because they may be too honest, but we need to, because that helps us just to get closer, one step closer towards our own essence, where our power is. Your passion is your power is your passion. You know what I mean? This is important. And also, by the time you get to the actual mid part of this week, my gorgeous Leonis, it's about you. You will just have enough of the certain unsatisfied desires. It's all about you taking care of yourself. It's all about you thinking about yourself. It's all about you wanting to live your life, but also to enjoy your life. There are certain unsatisfied desires that you will not want to be, you will not want to be unsatisfied anymore. Like there are certain unsatisfied desires that caused a bit of like a struggle in your life. And at the same time, that caused a very terrible obstacle over the last 5 or 6 months. And that in itself, it's really going to open your eyes and going to make you aware of the certain deception. It's going to make you aware of the certain pretty much so trickery, person about a certain person that you should be aware of, that it's not who you think that they are. So this is important. So when you come across this obstacle, it's also going to open your eyes, and most importantly, it's going to make you aware exactly who you should be aware of. So my advice is try to keep things to yourself as much as you possibly can throughout this week, my gorgeous Leonis. This is the way you protect your world, but you also protect your energy until you find out who this is. If someone sounds a bit off, if someone sounds a little bit weird, just move away from that person and try to see the next option, for example. This is my advice, because very soon after that, you will do the right thing, and also you are gonna become aware of an invitation, like the actual opportunity that is soon going to arise after that moment in time, where you're going to find something quite challenging. But again, the answer is within you. Sometimes, my darling, you just have to swim against the current. That's what I'm keep on saying. The last part of this week, my gorgeous Leonis, I really like it, because it's about the material gain through your own accomplishment, through your own success. It's not going to be huge, it's not going to be massive, but it is going to be a very, very positive sign, very, very positive omen. And that is going to help you to recognize that the part of your life you started not that long ago, going back to this, it's going to make you feel so honorable. It's going to make you feel so, my God, fulfilled. It's going to make you feel so capable. It's going to make you feel so good. It's going to make you feel alive again. It's going to make you feel like you want to explore your life. It's going to give you more power. It's going to make you feel more vavavoom'ish. And every single feeling, every single emotion that you feel, that you go through, it's really building the spiritual shield around you. So things that just don't make sense out there at the moment, they're just drifting away, and they're becoming more and more and more and more insignificant each step of the way. Okay, this is why this is so important. And it's also it's few things, you know, you're gonna find this really rewarding from a hard work, successful. People are gonna admire you and you're gonna like this, but most importantly, it's about your own capability. It's all about your own capability, that you will know the answer, that you're on the right path, that you're doing the right thing. Even at the time when you were like, oh, I don't know, you're on the right path. But also you will know that you are in for an ultimate change. This is why this is so important, my gorgeous Leonis, indeed. So now I'm just going to see what is going to be a tarot card of the week, okay? Just remember this. Look, this week it's all about your soul expansion, okay? Your consciousness is about to expand, okay? And also at the same time, you will be able to understand the connections between all things. Just remember this. This is going to be a highly powerful moment in your life. Look at that death here, transformation, you know? Don't be surprised when you feel feelings like, oh, you just want to do that extra around yourself, like there's certain things that are going to start getting on your nerves that you want to get rid of, you want to bring in. Just go with this flow. Anything that comes to you, from you, is to stay with you. It's meant to be like that, you see, rather than giving your energy away and doing things in other people's ways, you know. It's your own transformation. You do what you want to do. So now, my gorgeous Leonis, I'm going to take the card out. Oh my Lord, there you go. You are finally going to find, you're going to finally feel that things are really moving on towards the right direction. But it's all about the bravery. It's all about the inspiration. It's all about that feeling, you know. It's all about, oh my God, there's so many moments of planning going to happen, you know. You will be able to feel your own manifestation before they even happen. It's going to feel very strong, very powerful, very vivid when it comes to passion, you know. Very, very important week indeed. Now, my gorgeous Leonis, I'm just going to see what is going to be an oracle card. Express yourself, my darling. Look, it's all about the communication. You will be very powerful this week. You will be very strong this week. Your words will be going places. Your voice will be your voice will be echoing. Your personal power will be very grounded, which means that your projection on things that you want to do and want to achieve, it's going to be very strong. Also, I have to stress this. Do not think negatively. Do not bring yourself down, and do not bring negative things into your life, because your magnetism is going to be so strong. This is the time of manifestation, is the time of exploration, and it's the time of when you're responding to yourself in terms of ideas, your own feelings, your own emotions. This is going to be your own spirituality is going to be communicating to you so much indeed. Talk, communicate, explore, anything that comes to you, you know, just go for it. Okay, very important indeed. Okay, so now the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be my gorgeous Sagittarius, but I'm just going to have a little bit of water before I lose my voice again. Oh Lord. Okay. Cecilia. I'm here. That's my forest, look. I have to move this plant to come in. Hi. I'm here. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. I'm naturally crazy. No, I'm honestly naturally there. People are like, what did you go and do there, Sasha? Did you do something weird, you know, like sniff something or something? No, baby, no. Naturally crazy. Naturally, I don't need anything, seriously. Not that I agree with that, but anyway. So now basically, yeah, the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be my gorgeous Sagittarini. Now you are having a big mama here, my gorgeous Sagittarius, because you are really pretty much so you're going to feel a very, very brand new, fresh energy in. From this week, as of this week, there is the whole new energy coming in. There is the whole new energy coming forward. And this, when I say new energy, la la la, you know, this is going to really pretty much so advance you in so many different ways. When it comes to your own lightness, when it comes to your own vibration and energy, this will reflect on you being very, very creative with the right things in your life. You are gonna feel such a powerful inspiration, like, oh my god, from the beginning of this week. But how this is going to happen is the specific realization. You will look at something, you will have a certain message, you will have a certain news about the specific path of your life that you were working on, and you're gonna like it. You are about to inspire yourself. And that is exactly how it's meant to be. You're about to have also your own spiritual lotus moment. And I really like this. And the spiritual lotus moment actually came to an end. Just remember how powerful a lotus flower is. Oh my God. It's signifying the unfoldment, spirituality, enlightenment, a power. You know, the lotus goes through mud, and then it goes through the water, and then it comes on top, and then it's facing the sun, then it's facing the moon, it's facing the stars. This is exactly what is going to happen to you. You have been through something very difficult, very uneasy, and it really affected your ways of your planning, your ways of planning. It affected your ways of thinking more than you could possibly imagine. So there is a lot that is actually going to be answered to you within the first couple of days this week. You will know which people and which way of thinking to ignore, and you will also know most certainly what exactly the next step is going to be. Pay attention, my gorgeous Sagittarian, and not that you're not paying attention, but you... Cecilia, no, 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 no. Did you see this? Did you see this? There is a little bit of some kind of like a spiritual activity coming on here. Sarah, Sarah, Sarah. We have got a spirit here called Sarah. Okay, the spirit called Sarah is here, but I also see very strongly letter C and letter K when it comes to her. Okay, Sarah, there is a C and K letters are very strongly connected to, and also, my God, something, I don't know, she was wearing something to do with an unusual chain or a specific chain or something like that. Sarah is sending her love, and she is having a very specific message. Sarah wants you to know, it's the spirit of Sarah who is here right now, and she wants you to know that, you know, basically it's all about you expressing yourself. Try to express yourself as much as you can. Try to be yourself as much as you can. No matter how weird this is, you know, no matter how weird you make come across to be, but you are going to have a mind-blowing experience of your life by expressing yourself. You are going to maybe make a couple of people around you like a really uncertain and make them think, but then you are most certainly going to do the right thing. The bottom line is that you're going to come across the problem this week at around the midweek, and the only answer to that problem is to you be yourself. Do not give your energy away. The spirit of Sarah does not want you to give your energy away. Sarah is in a different world, and she's seeing things for exactly what they are, with lots of people you may not see, you know. So this is the moment of your own truth, and it's also the moment when you're going to come back home to yourself. This is what you need to do. You need to express yourself in your own unique way. You need to respond how you think that you should respond, without going to someone else and asking for an advice. No, baby, no. It needs to come from you, because this is going to be highly psychic week that you're actually going to have. Just remember, it's all about your sacred self coming out of you, and it's all about you understanding, you know, specific parts of your life that you didn't understand because you didn't see them before. So you will see things prior to that moment that are going to awaken you, but are also going to help you to recognize the path that you're on and the importance of you staying true to yourself. Thank you, Sarah, my darling. There you go. We just had the spirit of Sarah here. So now, my gorgeous Sagittarini, I also want to say this to you. So the first couple of days, you know, it's all about you feeling a very powerful creativity. The first 2 days also, please, try to remember, pay attention to the fact that, you know, you are going to have a very strong dreams. You may not remember your dreams, it's fine. We don't remember astral projections that we are having every single night, because we travel every single night. We have astral projections. Is the power of our mind. We live in multiple universes, so of course that this is happening, but not necessarily that we remember. There are many reasons why this is, but on another hand is the fact that as soon as we open our eyes the first thing in the morning, we are still part of all sorts of different dimensions, and we are very, very wise. We are very clever in a very kind of unique and spiritual way. So something is going to come to you, realization. Something is just going to come to you within the first couple of days this week, like realization. If it doesn't come within the first couple of days, you know, maybe it's going to take a few more days. It doesn't matter, but it's going to be the first thing in the morning. You're going to open your gorgeous eyes, and the realization is like, oh my God. And that realization is also going to become like such a mind-blowing idea, and you're going to torture yourself like, why didn't I do this before? This makes sense. Something that didn't make sense to do, it's going to make sense to do. So this is important also to remember, to stay true to yourself. And sometimes you need to swim against the current, because otherwise, not good, baby, not good. Something doesn't make sense. You're like, bye, darling. You know, you have to be smart, you know, and that's exactly what you're going to do. So something is going to come to you. On another hand, it's all about creativity within the first week. I really like it. You are going to start some kind of process here. My God. And I can describe this process as a birth of a child. In spiritual terms, this is a big mama. In spiritual terms, this is a big moment, because you will plant a seed here. You will create something so important. You will create something so significant. You will create something so powerful. You're going to start something here. Okay? But it's only going to seem so tiny, so little. So make the most of it. If you're looking for work, you know, like something really little is going to come up, and it's going to like explode later on in the best possible way. If you're looking for expansion where you are right now, like promotion, please just listen to your intuition, listen to your inner guidance. It is not going to lead you astray. You need to be in tune with yourself. This is the time to actually be in tune with yourself, because, you know, the way you to reflect on this situation, it's like basically whatever you're doing right now, you need to bring in something really little, something really special, so you can bring the situation into your life by thinking, okay, I'm doing this, I'm going to doing that, maybe I should just like kind of like do a little bit, add a little bit more of this. So it's all going to be at around something that you're going to learn about yourself, that you will want to know more of. And this is how you will recognize this situation. So you are, you know, in spiritual terms, to see a little baby, you know, it's about you planting an important seed that is going to change your life forever, in the best possible way. Cecilia, in the best possible way. Because the baby in spiritual terms is something amazing, something remarkable, something that changes your life, something that changes people, something that changes everyone around you. It helps you to learn things you didn't know before, but it's also going to be keep on changing and having many different stages throughout your life. Please make the most of it. I will tell you this, my gorgeous Sagittarini, what is going to happen. You are going to have a very, very meaningful experience at around that time. So that meaningful experience is going to open your eyes, because it's all like feeling like you're very adventurous. You want to know more. You will want to explore more. This is brilliant. This is the energy that I'm talking about. So this is how you will know when this beginning, this birth of a child, spiritual little child, is going to take place. So important. And you know, the answer to that, you're almost immediately going to become aware of the fact, like, patience is a virtue, my babies. You know, effort, you need to continue this effort. You know, it's gonna take a while, but it's going to take much shorter than you possibly think. It's going to be much quicker than you possibly think. And this is where things are going to become really magical. So don't expect everything to happen right now. So this is how you block things from happening, and you slow them down. So you have to be very truthful and very honest with yourself, you know, at the same time. So you need to continue effort until full success is attained, you know, because this is going to bring you an absolutely mind-blowing pleasure in your life. It's going to bring you solace. It's going to bring you healing. It's going to help you to make sense of things, you know, that don't absolutely make sense. And you will not make complete sense of the darkness outside, you know, but it's all about you following your essence, your vibration, you know. It's important. The midweek, my gorgeous Sagittarini, it's going to be like you're going to find yourself being quite impatient, and that impatience is just also like kind of going to get you going in such a way. It's going to impatience, you're going to find yourself being impatient, but when it comes to like some kind of investment in your life, you have to be clever here. So let me repeat this. You're going to find yourself being impatient when it comes to like a certain investments in your life. This is your sign. This is your answer that you are kind of like around unwise plans. Try to see what the unwise plans are at around the mid week. Please, when you find yourself being impatient at around the midweek, you need to understand that you are going to become aware of some kind of very unwise investments. And this is something that you need to take as a base for everything else at the moment, because that in itself is going to redirect you slightly. And it's not going to be long after that moment in time where you are going to have a very specific message. And that message is going to be connected to the success from the past, something that you have been working on. And that is going to make you feel so much better, because almost immediately you're going to become aware of the change in your life, that it's going to become rather attractive. And that change in your life is going to make you aware of almost immediately that you did the right thing, you know, and not to make an unwise investments. Okay, so if someone is like a little bit pushy around you, or if someone's trying to tell you something that doesn't make sense, you know, just avoid, baby. No, baby, no. You see what I mean? Be smart, be clever, because that's exactly what you are. So this is also in itself going to make you aware of you know, unwise investments, poor risks, you know, and things like that. So most certainly you are going to do the right thing, you know, because as I said, you know, it's going to redirect you slightly, and it's going to put you on the path where you're going to recognize things that you didn't recognize before. And it's all about your own capability, and you're going to find this so rewarding, very rewarding indeed. And you are going to become aware of the fact that this is going to lead towards your own ultimate change, that here you're doing the right thing. So this is it. You see what I mean? The last part of this week, my gorgeous Sagittarini, you see, it's like all about the actual. You are going to find yourself being captive to your own ideas. The ideas that you're going to have are going to be like a sent from God. The ideas that you're going to have are going to be like your own blessings, because they're going to like really almost immediately going to start process of healing. At the same time, they are going to help you to open your eyes, to feel like a very much so grounded after such a long time of not being grounded. And that in itself is really pretty much so going to lead now towards the end of the week, the first realizations of which part of your life it's the most important part of your life, the most significant part of your life, the most powerful part of your life, the most rewarding part of your life, that you should be investing your energy towards, no matter what's going on around you, no matter what's happening. I'm keep on saying, please keep your eyes open, trust your intuition. Your intuition is not going to lead you astray. And when up is down, down is up, you know, the only way to stay in between, it's, you know, the only way to kind of come on top of this, it's and to make sense of things, is to stay in between, you know. When the up is down, down is up, up is down, down is up, you know. The only way to make sense of things is to stay in between. That's the way, in the middle. Stay where you are, stay where you have always been, you know, and this is going to take you home. That's the path to follow. Stay in between, follow your own light, you know, and that's something important, because it is going to pretty much so open the door to you, for you, by the end of this week, when it comes to you being loyal to specific part of your life in terms of like investment, your own energy and time in. Okay, so now I'm just going to see, just remember this, my gorgeous Sagittarius, you know, this week is the time when your sacred self is about to come out. So you're also going to pretty much so unleash your spirit, and it's time to express things that you're very unique about, express things that you're very gifted about. You know, it's a pretty much so dance to the sacred rhythm of life by you just basically doing things that make sense to you and focusing on those things that help you grow, you know, that you're good at. Oops, you see this just came out. Look at this. My goodness. Cecilia. Da-da-da-da-dum. You look at this. This is so important. It's about the strength coming back into your life. It's about the beginning of a very sacred balance. Make the most of it. It's not only about strength. It's not only about your power. It's not only about your confidence, but the combination of these energies. It's like mind-blowing Big Mama. Because it's also to do with the power of the personal projection towards things that you love. They will be traveling and going much further, and the more you do things that you like, that you enjoy, the more sacred ideas you're going to have. You're going to have some powerful ideas this week. These ideas are also going to rejuvenate you in so many different ways, although some of them it's going to be almost impossible to kind of, oh my god, how I'm going to do this, how I'm going to get there. But no, you just follow your own essence, you know, follow your own power, follow your own energy by not ignoring your intuition and your third, psychic eye. Important, Cecilia. Okay, so now I'm just going to see what is going to be oracle card. Cecilia. Okay, so now my gorgeous Sagittarini, your oracle card is... Oh my god, you see this, like surprise, surprise. It's about your own intention. Make the most of it. You're gonna have a sacred gift and you're gonna have a sacred power. Okay? What you focus on this week, you will achieve. What you focus on, you will make it happen. What you focus on, it's going to change your life. What you focus on, it's going to make you feel so much better. What you focus on is going to grow much further than you could possibly imagine. Make the most of it. Don't be negative, because you're going to bring the negativity into your life. Don't think negatively, because you're going to manifest negativity in your life. This week is only going to be really short, and when it comes to you, this is going to be a remarkable time of moving on with your life in a very slow but very powerful way. So make sure that your intentions are optimistic, positive, and they are to do with strictly what the next step in your life should be, no matter what. Okay? Okay, my gorgeous people, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I love every single one of you. So I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light. So I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you, my gorgeous people. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye.